Let me take you to the international aspects of intellectual property rights. I'll start with the history. In the year 1873, there was an event called the World Exposition. This was organized in Vienna. The idea behind this exposition was to promote exchange of knowledge, education, and culture. However, the inventors from the United States announced their boycott of this event. Those were the days when technology in its modern form did not exist, and rights of an inventor over her intellectual property was confined to her country. Many budding inventors who desired to participate in the event felt that their novel inventions would be copied by onlookers who would commercialize them without any regard to their interests. It was imperative to have an international legal regime that would provide protection for an invention across countries. The incident associated with the exposition led to the passage of a special law to provide provisional protection to the objects that were being exhibited in the exposition. This also led to the idea of creating a universal law for the international protection of inventions. Thus, the intellectual property that we see today was first recognized as an international regime in the mid-19th century. As the infograph indicates, the origins of an international IP regime was the Paris Convention for the Protection of Industrial Property in 1883. The convention focused on the protection of industrial property rights, and this convention was followed by another convention called the Berne Convention for the protection of literary and artistic works in 1886. The Berne Convention enabled worldwide recognition of copyrights. The Berne Convention obviated the need to separately register works in each country and extended copyright protection even over unpublished works. Later came the Madrid system for the international registration of the marks, what you call as trademarks. This came in 1891. Eventually, in 1893, the United International Bureau for the Protection of Intellectual Property was constituted. This organization was a common platform to administer both the Paris and the Berne Conventions. It was popularly known by its French acronym BIPRI. In 1970, BIPRI turned into the World Intellectual Property Organization, which is referred to as WIPO. The World Intellectual Property Organization was established through a convention which was signed in the year 1967. In 1974, the World Intellectual Property Organization becomes a part of the United Nations as a specialized agency to promote intellectual activities, stimulate creativity, and facilitate technology transfer for accelerating economic development all over the world. Presently, the WIPO, or the World Intellectual Property Organization, has 189 member states. It administers 26 treaties, including the WIPO Convention that we had mentioned a little earlier. I now move on to a very landmark treaty of the WIPO, which is called the Patent Cooperation Treaty. This treaty, which deals with patents and its international registration, came into existence in 1970. The benefit of this treaty is a one-stop solution for registration of patents worldwide. Parties to the Patent Cooperation Treaty form part of the International Patent Cooperation Union. As per the treaty, a single international application for patents will afford protection of owners' rights in multiple countries. Just as the PCT or Patent Cooperation Treaty enabled people to claim rights across different countries, it also created a potential to create disputes. A WIPO Arbitration and Mediation Center was accordingly established. The center expedited arbitration and expert determination in order to enable private parties to efficiently settle their domestic or cross-border IP and technology-related disputes out of court.